Hey, what's up, you guys? So, you're probably noticing Hunter's not here. And the reason why is because the Merles kind of went up his ass today. And I found a few, scraped the bottom of the barrel and found some players here at Locals to be in this important what if. So today we're going to be talking about what if Konami actually listened to us Yu-Gi-Oh players.
It's a trap.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I think that there should either not be like a forum or a just some sort of there should be some sort of way to do that. What do you guys think?
There would be a ban list every month.
Mermels would have got banned last week in the middle of the format because people say dumb shit.
I disagree. Mermaids only do well because multiple people play them. That's the only reason.
I think it's kind of because they're a good deck. I mean,
That just proves my point.
Robert, how about you? Remember to talk loud, guys. My mic is shit. Robert, what about you?
This is a
Players
children's
had
card
to
game.
say, our prices would be so jank. They're already jank to begin with because Konami's power hungry. But, for example, Duradark goes from a $3 card to a $45 card in less than a night.
Yeah, do you guys think that, if players had an influence on the ban list, would there need to be, what would need to be the method? Would it need to be like a forum, a poll, just interviewing people at events? How would this be best sort of?
I think it would need to be calculated by main event toppings and showings. I think that because you can't really do polling because there's people who can afford the meta deck and people who can't afford the meta deck. So of course the people who can't afford it would be the ones that would
Say the
be
meta
the boys.
deck needs to go.
So no, I think it should be based on top 32 showings and the number of the deck played in the field.
Dylan, how about you?
And then, like, if they were to do a poll, like, there are crazy people like me who go on there and vote for a card just because it's on there. Like, people will see fucking Blackluster Soldier on there and try to ban that shit again just because it's on there. The card's good, but
I think
it's dumb
that
stuff
could
like
be
this. People do dumb shit.
A poll could be an issue because, there are going to be the people who don't really take it seriously.
Exactly.
There are going to be the people, and then how do you determine kind of what goes in the poll? Like, let's sort of assume that they're doing a poll on how Mermel should get hit. So, like, on the poll, there's like there's Abysslin, Dragoons, and Megalo, but say some people think that Diva's the issue, but Diva's not on the poll. It's just hypothetical. So, what's sort of the solution? If it's not on there, then what do you do about that? And then it kind of makes a poll a little bit harder to do. Robert, how about you? Do you think what's maybe a better way than a poll?
There really isn't a better way. You're gonna have this is probably the only way that you really can do it. If Konami were to listen to players, it'll be a poll at side events. It'll be like a survey type deal.
Yeah.
But then again, there's always, like Dolo said, there's always the people that don't take it serious.
Right, and then also, what about polling players for ideas for future sets? I think this kind of comes into play when you see things like Lord of the Attack on the Galaxy, where so many big things are coming like sort of into the game at one time. If players maybe got a say in really just what should kind of come out and win. That might be too much power in people's hands, but what do you guys think?
Really, Konami? Tachyon?
Yeah.
Tachyon, really?
Redox should never have been printed. It shouldn't get printed at all.
There's several cards.
This just screams upper deck all over again.
Yeah,
Back when you couldn't, if you wanted to win, you had to make 6 figures a year.
Right.
Thank you, Konami. Much love.
So, I've heard players kind of complain about the rarity spiking. Duality was super in Japan, and we get secrets, $200. And this is not, there are numerous examples. Do you think the players should get some kind of say? We play the game, so you think, we should get a say in sort of what, kind of what rarities things are when they're released or something.
Reprint more big staples.
I think they've done a decent job.
You reprint everything else. Put it all
Robert,
out.
Dolo, what do you guys?
certain cards need a higher rarity reprint. For example, I think Strata should have an ultimate reprint. To be honest, Swap Frog needs a reprint.
Ronin Totem.
I think Junk Synchron needs an ulti. I think that would look cool.
Yeah. Speaking of reprints, what about some people actually ask the idea for basically sort of send in a request to Konami for cards you want in a certain rarity, even. Like if you just want your own Hollow Swap Frog, you just basically sort of pay them some money and basically get it in whatever rarity you sort of want it to be in, and I think that'd be good. And what about taking players' opinions into account in terms of events, where events are, and what prizes are there? You guys,
that actually would probably be the better choice. Is let the players decide, because you got to think about it this way: not everybody can afford to travel. All right. For example, we're having our very first Shreveport regional after the game started, and this has been almost
12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. Yeah.
A long time ago.
So, do you think? I'm all for regionals sort of being really more populous in more areas. It's not always fun to have to drive several hours to events. So, I think that's another way they should take people's opinions into account. What about a forum? Do you guys think that a forum, it's internet forum, not Pojo, would be a good way to, kind of monitor what the players are thinking, have some Konami people actively on there?
I agree with that. I think they should have something where Konami is actually watching and listening to the players. Because this last ban list, everyone just shook their head. Jesus, Mermill is here again.
Right,
the thing I think about Konami is, if Konami actually paid attention to what the players are saying, look at Pojo. Look at YugiTube. YugiTube is big in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. If Konami listen to YugiTube and listen to what people have to say, it'll do a lot better job when it comes to ban lists and with some card rarities. It'll do a lot better job.
Yeah, and finally, how much say do you guys think that quote-unquote pro people should have on these lists? I've always sort of been an advocate of not really letting the good players have too much say, because it kind of turns into just sort of a, fuel yourself type of thing.
Well, you also got to think about it this way. A good player is someone who can afford the game. They can afford the big decks. They can afford the high dollar cards at the highest rarity.
Well, that's sort of my thing. Is if they're the good players, are the ones who can afford stuff, wouldn't they just sort of want to lean the list to allow them to make more money or keep the things they paid a lot for, keep them good? I feel like it'd be sort of a bit of corruption.
Yeah. Upper deck. But I agree. Definitely the game is leaning towards the more expensive cards. That's what they are, because if you look into it, everything is simplistic. The big high dollar cards are simplistic. That's what makes them so great. If you look at all the top decks, they're not high.
Simple, efficient.
Yeah, they're not high, big, huge combo decks. They're really simple, 1-for-1s and pluses.
Oh, and request to Konami, guys, more combo decks. I want them back. I'm getting sick of archetypes. I'm getting sick of.
It's too simple now.
I'll make a rant about that later, but I think that more combo decks would be more fun.
Let Billy Break make a ban list.
I agree.
Let Billy make one.
He would troll. I bet he would troll.
Plants would be awesome again. And Batman would scrub.
3 Tengus.
So that sort of concludes our video. Remember, guys, what do you think of this idea? Leave it in the comments. Let us know if you. Yeah. Let us know if you think that Konami should take the players' opinions into account more. How should they do it? Would a forum be a good idea? Would polls? What would be the best way to sort of implement this, or should it just not? Should Konami just keep things,
And if you don't want to leave in the comment sections below, this is up on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+.
Yeah. So
unban everything. Unlimit, unban everything. One broken format. People will quit. I promise you.
No, because I want a fusion summon sandwich.
I want to do this shit too.
He's the one fusion monster
unban everything.
That his entire materials are banned.
If you unban everything, the game will be so much fun. I promise you.
So this was
except Yada.
This was Dolo, Robert, and Batman. For those of you who don't
Brought to you
know,
by your sponsors. Got 5 hours in the show.
for those of you, so tell us a bit about your scrubbing at YCS Austin. Let the world know this is the guy.
I'm that guy. So we sit there playing. Game 2, I went pod duality on my turn 1, get rabbit. I was hand shuffling. I meant to summon Saber Swords in set 1 pass, and I summoned rabbit. And the big Mickey Mouse glove, face palm, like all over your face.
Yeah, guys, he's not the best.
And the crowd in the back row cheered. It was amazing. I almost scooped. And then on set 2, heavy storm came down.
That's about how it was like right there.
So-
That noise.
And then
May God be with you.
and then Shura came down. And like, I don't know if y'all watch YouTube, but y'all see that video where the little kid got snatched by the eagle?
That's what happened to the rabbit.
The fucking Shura came down and he ate my rabbit.
So that's the video. Hope
But he
you
won
guys-
regional qualifier. They won.
Hope
Yeah,
you guys
I
liked
did.
it. And that's all. Now you know he's the scrub.
Playing
So,
5 mirror matches.
all right, and
Or was it 4?
we all.
Five
Five
mirror
mirror
matches.
matches.
In the region, I played 5 mirror matches with Macro Rabbit. It's awesome.
Anyways, thanks for your time, guys. We thumbs up for like just literally thumbs the video up. Turn it up. Oh, it looks like here's Hunter. He got defeated by Mermel.